Paulina from YNIK Designs, previously known as YNIK. I'm going to teach you how to do the ribbing for the Aria top, which is what I'm wearing right now. I'm wearing it with a turtleneck to extend the use during the fall. I think it looks pretty nice. You can try it on yourself. I'm going to do the ribbing of the single crochet on the back loop attached to the piece itself, so you don't have to sew it on after. So without any further ado, let's go right into it. All right, so we're gonna start this tutorial, which I made a little Aria top. So this is the way you have your Aria top. So what you're gonna do is you're going to take your yarn, okay? I am using the same yarn that I used for my top, which is Cotton. In this case, it's Cotton Reflections, and the color is Polar Blue. And this yarn was provided by We Crochet, and it's amazing. It's 70% cotton and 30% linen. It's amazing yarn for this. All right, so first thing that we're gonna do is we're going to attach your yarn to a corner, whichever corner you want to work at. And we're going to attach your yarn with one chain, okay? Now we're going to chain the number of chains that it says on your pattern. So for this one, I'm going to do 6 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chains, okay? So you attach your yarn at the corner seam of your shirt, and then you chain the number of chains that your pattern says. I'm gonna do only 6, but it doesn't matter how many you do. You can just continue doing the number of chains that your pattern says. Then you do your single crochets. I do them in the back hump, but you can make them in the way you like them to do it. All right, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And once you've done your last single crochet, now we need to attach it. So it says to attach it to the first unused stitch. So you can see that where we attached our seam, our yarn to the seam, is this one. So this is the first unused stitch. So what we're gonna do is we're going to do a slip stitch on this one, okay? And then we have to do on the next one as well. So we're gonna go here and we're going to do another slip stitch. Then we're going to do a chain 1, and then we're going to turn, okay? So we're going to continue working this way. We're not gonna work on the 2 slip stitches that we did. We're just gonna start here. So we're gonna go on the first one, and we're gonna do a single crochet back loop only. Okay, so we're gonna do 1, and I'm not working very well on my tension here because I'm showing you how to do it. So I'm working slower than I'm used to. Okay, so you work on all of the single crochet back loop only until you're gonna get to the last one. The last stitch, we have to work it as a regular single crochet so that it shows like the ending would be more rigid. It won't look, it looks better. All right, so we do a regular single crochet on the last one. There you go. Then we do a chain 1 and we turn. So again, the first stitch, we're going to do a regular single crochet, and then we're going to do a single crochet back loop only on all of our stitches. So 1, 2, and like I said, right now I'm working here with 6, but you could be working with 20, with 30, with 40. It really doesn't matter the amount of stitches that your ribbing requires. they're all the same. It's just you will have a longer ribbing to work with, okay? All right, so once you get to the last one, and you can always put a stitch marker on the last one so that way you don't create any increases. So which one is the first stitch that is unused? So this one is already used, right? So we're gonna go ahead and we're going to slip stitch it to this one. So we go and we slip stitch to the first, which is the row that we're coming from. And now we're going to do a slip stitch on the second row, which is the row that we're going to. So that's why it's 2 slip stitches, because one is the one that we're going and one is the one that we're coming back. So here we do the slip stitch on the second one, and we do our chain 1 and we turn. Again, we don't do it here. That's why the stitch marker would be helpful if we put it here. And we do the single crochet back loop till the end. Okay, I will come back with you once I have finished all the ribbing so that you can see how we finish or how we mattress stitch or slip stitch the end. You can do a slip stitch and it really doesn't show. Okay, it's really up to you what you prefer. Just okay, and while I'm talking to you, I'm working here. I'm remembering to do my single crochet on the last one and to do my single crochet back loop. Okay, I'm gonna show you one more time how to do the slip stitches. Okay, and this is gonna go all around the top. So the reason why it doesn't matter how many stitches you have on your ribbing is because the only thing that changes is this. So this will be longer if your ribbing is longer, but you're still going to attach it to the same top. So if you attach a ribbing of 2 stitches, 5 stitches, or 20 stitches, it really doesn't matter, okay? So one more time, I'm going to slip stitch my ribbing to attach it to the top. So this one, you can pull it up a bit so you can see, this one is already used, okay? So I need to attach this row that I'm coming from. So what I'm gonna do is attach it to this one, which is the first unused. So you slip stitch for the one that you came, so you see it makes sense. And now the next one for the one that I'm going up. So I slip stitch on this, and then I chain 1, and then I turn, and I start here, and I go to the end. And then you continue working this way, going back and forth, attaching to every single slip stitch of your top, okay, until you're going to get to the end. Once you get here, you're going to either slip stitch this one with the one that you would have here, or you would mattress stitch it. I will come back to you for that. So I finished my top. I finished on the top part, so I know I won't be able to go down and do the 2 slip stitches, okay? So what I'm gonna do is you can either mattress stitch it down or slip stitch it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn my top wrong side. You can either do the whole ribbing on the wrong side, or for the slip stitch, you turn it into the wrong side. Just make sure that this part is done in the wrong side, okay? So I'm going to slip stitch it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the back loops of my rows so that I still give it the same look that I was using before. So I take one from each row. So you fasten off and you cut your yarn, okay? And then you turn your top right side, and I'm going to turn this tiny top the way that it looks, and this is the way that your Aria top will look like. So you have the ribbing, and then this kind of bubbles up like this. It's super cute. So the ribbing is done in a a smaller hook so that this kind of bubbles up on top like this, and this is very flattering. Don't forget to, you have to be able to put your yarns inside, all your little yarns, and it'll bubble up kind of like this. I'll be able to give this to one of my kids' dolls. So thank you so much for following. I hope that you liked this tutorial and you found it helpful. Once again, thank you to We Crochet for their yarn. Thank you for your time, and hope you buy the pattern. Thank you. Bye.